Hello, and welcome to this taste challenge between Keystone Ice, 5.9% alcohol, 145 calories, full metal jacket, versus Busch Ice, 5.9% alcohol, I forgot to write that down, 136 calories, I do believe, full metal jacket. All right. Do they come in bottles? Yes. Can you find them easily? No. What did they say on the website about Keystone Ice? Well, the Millercoors website says it's a crisp, medium-bodied beer that is lightly hopped with a slightly sweet flavor and medium to dry finish. And that's pretty descriptive. And I find that what they're saying here is exactly what you're getting there. Not to mention, if you drink a lot of this, it will go straight to your head. I was drinking some Keystone Ice with my friend Paul's wife, Katie, and we shared a 24-ounce can, and I mean, we were exuberant. And he was present, by the way, in case you... Okay, Busch Ice, a rich, smooth taste with exceptional drinkability. A rich, smooth taste. I've noticed that. With exceptional drinkability. I noticed that. And a slightly sweet finish. I noticed that. I bought this Busch Ice in Texas. Not sold in Louisiana. Not sold in Louisiana. I bought this in Huntsville, Texas. On U.S. Highway 190 eastbound. Bought this on U.S. Highway 90 westbound in Beaumont, Texas, at Mercado de Familia. This was at a gas station like Circle K, something like that. I didn't really pay much mind to it. But it's right on the corner of Interstate 45 northbound and 190 eastbound in Huntsville, so you could see it right there. And they have, but I mean, you don't have to go to that special location. Busch Ice is not particularly rare in Texas. Most people in Louisiana have never heard of it. Busch beer, very popular in Louisiana. Busch Light, it has a following. Busch NA, you got some people that drink it. Keystone Ice. Keystone Ice was not popular, therefore did not sell, and therefore it was pulled in early 2014. I don't understand why it didn't sell. Keystone Premium, the red label, same type story, it just didn't move. And it was pulled from our area, but that was around 1999. When I put the paper in the cap hole, the can hole, it does seem to preserve it for a few hours. Drink it later. Doesn't go flat as fast. Obviously, it's going to go flat, but over the course of this day, it'll be fine. Okay. Yeah. I bought that in Ohio. Haven't really ever seen it anywhere else. Old Milwaukee Ice. Stag beer. I bought that in Missouri. No shock. I don't think it's around anymore. Pabst Ice. Bought that in Grand Isle, Louisiana. And it was going pretty fast. It has that kind of like articulated can that you remember from the 90s. Pretty good beer, but just like Schlitz Ice, it was all right. Yeah, fizzy yellow stuff, gold, the routine. I mean, ice beers were developed by Molson in the early 90s. Some indicate back to 89. I know they started in Europe with the ice box. But it was sort of like a separated thing, like a unique thing, starting with Molson Ice in Canada. Then Miller got the idea, hey, let's get into that. That's got potential. So they came out with Ice House in '93 under their Plank Road Brewery program, along with Southpaw Light Beer, which I never got to try. They made an Ice House Light for a week. And then Red Dog for many years. And if you recall, some of you people recall, in '93, '94, Ice House and Red Dog were sold as premium beers, even positioned above, perhaps, maybe above premium beers, slightly above Miller, Genuine Draft, and Michelob, stuff like that. Over the years, they were reslotted down to the budget category. But I have no evidence that the recipe ever changed. They were sort of complex, regular beers. Interesting, fascinating little story. And then everybody got into this ice beer craze, which lasted between, say, like '93 to '98. About 5 years, everybody was making ice beer. Just like in the early '90s, everybody was making a dry beer. And that faded. I liked the dry beers. I think the last dry they had was Bud Dry. And then it disappeared in 2010 to my dismay. Okay. Will I be able to tell these apart? It's doubtful. Even if I do, it's a 50-50 shot, but they're so similar. These kind of beers are so similar. The moral of the story, the life lesson is that you shop price with these things. I stated in a previous video that Ice House beer was certified kosher. That is absolutely not true. It may have been in the past, it is not today. Clean, slight, yeasty, bready beer, what we typically regard as beer in America aroma. Same here. If there's a difference, it's so minimal as to make it practically indistinguishable. Just like a very simple mineral almost taste. I think that's Busch Ice, because you notice that those Anheuser-Busch beers will sort of have that mineral thing. Mineral water. A little stronger yeast bread thing going. Now, we're talking about minor differences here. For somebody to get up there and say, I love Keystone Ice, but I hate Busch Ice, that's garbage. So you love a 1982 Camaro Sport Coupe with a 2.5 liter engine and 4-speed transmission, but you hate a 1982 Pontiac Firebird with a 2.5 liter engine and a 4-speed transmission, but one has the wheel covers and one has the base rims, so you big difference there. Oh yeah, but the Pontiac's got the flip lights. Oh right. So I mean, I don't know, man. They're so similar. Which one would I choose? The same, both. I would choose both. It's a tie in taste. There are differences, but they're so minimal. It's extraordinary. It's like a lot of these whiskeys that I do. They're so similar. The brandy's not as similar. I've noticed there's more variation there. Sort of like with the gin. The gin, there was gaps, fairly wide gaps. With these adjunct ice lagers, I think the Bud Ice would be more distinguishable since it's draft. I mean, for what it's worth, and it's probably not worth much, I'll call it. I think this is Busch Ice because of that mineral water quality. Yeah, it is Busch Ice. I got it. You say because that's your expertise. No, more like it's a 50-50 shot, so your chances of winning are not bad. But I do think, you know, all kind of kidding aside and smart mouth talk and all, I think it is that mineral water quality. I noticed there's sort of like a house style with Anheuser-Busch, and they have that mineral water thing that to some people it's very good, other people are repelled by it. And their yeast strains give people those dirty hangovers and nasty headaches, which it never bothers me. Anyway, it is what it is, so we just trudge on with the challenges, the long march through the beer challenges. I mean, it's a project. It's a project. All right, thank you for watching this video production.